Boom, wisdom.
Bless you. Do you want to let me in the box and make me tiny down the bottom? There we are. That's better. It's cold. Hey, welcome in.
Oh, my hair's coming out.
Now you look like you've actually got a beard running. Hello, hello.
Oh, yeah. I look like Chopper.
Oh, you were looking like Hagrid for a second.
Thanks.
Can I move that?
Yeah. How is everyone? You look really little.
Because I am.
Perspective.
I'm teeny tiny.
You met Chopper? I love that movie, honestly. Oh, hey!
How are you all doing?
Well, welcome everyone. As usual, we wait until we get to 10 people. And then we kick it off.
I feel like such a dork in my glasses.
Yeah, well, my hair's being dumb. All the curls are forming into like one big mass. They just want to be one big mass Superman curl.
Right.
Or like Roy Orbison's hair, how it all just like...
Semi-good news today.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yep. Awesome.
That's so good to hear.
It is indeed Monday. Monday just isn't Monday without a weekly forecast. Those who have flashbacks from the newspaper should know that jingle.
Thankfully, nothing more serious. Why is that?
What? It's because you got too tight a grip. Relax.
No, but like, why is that a thing? Where you can't separate things?
Because you've got tension on it. Science.
No, but like, why is it paper? Like, why can paper do that? Like, the Mythbusters did it with phone books, and it took 2 tanks to pull it apart.
Yeah.
Why? They're smooth.
That doesn't help. It's like why they made the Olympic beds out of cardboard.
Out of cardboard?
Yeah. They had like foam mattresses and because it was like biodegradable. So
He's having fun.
Right.
Because again, that's why.
Right, hectic.
See, because I was like listening to archaeology podcasts today, part of me is like, maybe it's a 10, like a 10, one of the Egyptian gods where it's like little hands coming out and just like holding each other closely, and you can't break the bonds of friendship.
Who else guest requested you? I assume that was an accident from Twirtle.
I like the idea that the Egyptians thought that a 10, which is the solar disk, his rays of light, like the sun's rays of lights, were just little hands coming down caressing you. So every time you go outside, just remember that the deity's giving you a bit of a stroke.
How did we hit troll hour already?
Right? If it smells like chocolate, I'd probably go to the doctor's because you might have diabetes. Well, not that I'm a doctor, but that doesn't sound right.
I'm not a doctor.
Speaking of the sun.
Right. Alright, where are we at? We're at 8. Okay, we only got 2 more to go. 1 more to go. Did you share it out?
Yeah. I wonder if I can
2 more to go.
add it to my story.
Oh yeah.
$1 million.
Oh, there we go. We hit 10. Yay! Quack made it. Hi, Quack.
No, I didn't, Twirtle.
What was it?
I was in and out of there live. Oh, that sucks that I missed it, but. Always need a duck.
Right.
Well, welcome in. We're here to do the zodiac weeklies.
Yes.
So, if you're ready for your weekly roast, buckle in. Feels like it's going to be a fucked one because we have the Virgo new moon this week.
Buckle up, buttercups. It's a shame we can't timestamp from here.
Right. So, what are we starting with, Bim?
Don't know yet. Go on then. I'm sitting down.
Pretty much this whole week, I have a feeling is buckle in. You're driving, make sure you're buckled in because seatbelts are safety. But close your eyes and take your hands off the wheel. That's what this week feels like.
So it's pretty much spirit take the wheel.
Yep.
Right. Gotcha. Spirit take the wheel. Alright. Who are we kicking off with this week?
This little bit is doing my head in.
Alright.
Still in Leo season and my hair is hating it.
Okay, who are we starting with? My choice. Okay, well, if that's the case, let's start off with the let's kick off with Earth because we ended on them last week. So Earth are going to be up first.
Okay, I'm just wrestling with my hair.
Yeah.
I think I need to brush out the curls a bit. Oh, that feels better. That's better. They were too compact.
Yeah. Might need a little trim.
Well, I'm trying to grow it out.
No, but every time you cut it, it grows again. Alright, Earth signs, you're up first. So that being Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus.
If I flick it that way, watch.
It's going to be the life of Yuri wrestling all the way.
Wrestling with
Now,
the curls.
before I start, do you want to do it the same way that Kellen and I did it last week?
Okay, how do you do it?
So we did, I did earth signs and fire signs, and Kellen did water and air, the overall and the read.
Okay.
You want to do it that way?
Sure, if you want.
Cool. Alright, earth signs, you're up. Earth signs for the week ahead as the overall, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective, please.
So I just sit here and look pretty.
Yeah. We need a wolf oracle for each too. Yes.
I could have at least.
I agree. Alright. Earth signs. This week is all about kind of bringing balances around. Some of you may need to be more vulnerable this week, and you may need to bring more compassion and love into situations, but around yourselves. It's not a week for you to be hasty and needing to kind of step out of those comfort zones. You really want to be close to home with those creature comforts as you work through this week. You will find that some of your goals as well will start flaring up for you, and you'll be able to start seeing things a little bit better. So that's the earth signs as an overall. We shall kick off with who we're going to kick off with. We go in order. Taurus. Taurus first. Taurus first, please. Alright. I know, she over there. Alright, Taurus, this week you'll be struggling with balance. So Taurus may find that you'll be struggling between spirituality and being more practical. This week is going to highlight for you things that you've already released and things that you've been working through in terms of healing. It's not like the overall message was. It's not a week of kind of being hasty or jumping into something new. It's about being homely and within yourself. And you're the ones who need to be really vulnerable with yourselves. What is it that you're hiding from others? You may need to start being more truthful and outward with how you're presenting yourself. But other than that, staying in the home, being comfortable, working through that balance aspect. That is the week for my Taurus. The way last week had Cap first drove you wild. I know, right? Sorry. Okay, Virgo, you're up next. Okay, Virgo for the week ahead, please. Alright. Okay, Virgo, the week ahead for you. Virgos are struggling with that self-worth aspect, questioning whether you're good enough or not. That's going to be what your energy, the energy around you is going to be. You may find that you've been sitting in this situation where nothing's going to come of it any further, and you need to start working through where you've actually been tested, and you need to start pushing yourself through these negative thoughts, why you're starting to feel like you're not good enough. You do have good things that are coming for you. It's at the moment with this negative energy and nothing good coming out of certain situations, your confidence is waning. So this week is about challenging that. Okay, work through that aspect of things. And last but not least, Capricorn. I've got to read on you. Ugh. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective, please.
Can I get that one for me in particular? Hit me on the way down.
Oh, it must have. I think it's just because of the space that I'm in.
Sorry.
That's okay. All right. Capricorn, this week is, again, more centered around yourself. Any kind of issues that you've been having that have been highlighting, how do I word this? Issues that have been highlighted within your personal field or realms, where you might be questioning, did I do this right? Did I do that wrong? Could I have done that better? That sort of a thing. That needs to be put aside this week, okay? Those personal issues will reach resolution and conclusion. You've got all this fuckery energy around as well that's been kind of highlighting a few things for you. Also, if you've been, diving into working relatively hard to kind of get through certain aspects, this week's not about that. This week's about bringing you back to yourself and continuing to work through some of those aspects that need healing when it comes to those personal issues. If you've got any kind of visions for yourself in having to move through the week, like anything that you are holding on to that you ambitiously want to achieve, just hang on to that. This isn't the right week for it. So if you were looking for, should I do this? Now is not the time. Just hold still this week. Wake up, rung as you started reading this. Lol, soz. Right? So that's the caps. And I'll do a card and then we'll hand over to you. You can pick whichever one you want to do.
Who am I doing again though?
Air
Yeah.
and water.
Okay.
Yes, you're...
I already forgot the assignment.
Okay, so we'll do Cap first for the card of the week. Cap, you're not broke, you're just out of alignment. Redirect your energy, not just your budget. That's Cap. Taurus, flirt with your future, not your past. Don't text your ex, they're still trash. And Virgo. Okay, Virgo, self-care isn't selfish, it's survival with candles and consent. That is Virgo's card. Okay, over to you.
Amazing. Okay, so we're doing water first, folks. All right. Spirit, overall reading for my water collective for the week ahead, please. Awesome.
Welcome into everybody else, sorry.
Okay. Oh, I like this week for my water collective. So if cycles haven't already started to round out. So cycles in the sense of like we've just come through a Mercury retrograde. So wherever Leo is within your chart, you would have expected some type of breakdown or issues arising in that arena of your life during that period. We are still in some other retrogrades as well. We also have the Virgo new moon coming up this week. And then also moving into Virgo season as well. So anything that you've noticed over the last month or so, I'm going to say, where it feels like you've done this play before, I would expect those things to meet their closure. I would also expect this week to be really quite a collaborative week, especially in the realm of work, as well as potentially even just hanging out with friends a bit more. With the Ace of Wands coming back out, with the Ace of Wands coming out, I would expect you all to also have a bit of spunk back, a bit of that spark that it feels like you've been missing. So overall, it feels like a pretty good week. We do have Seven of Swords in reverse on the bottom though, so maybe be mindful of the untruths that you're telling yourself. That can be part of that cyclical shit as well. How is it that you're speaking to yourself, and is that actually how you really feel, or is it just how you've been taught to feel about yourself? So other than that, pretty nice week for my water collective. Okay, so Spirit, what do my Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Okay, you want to be like that. So for my Scorpios, we have the Hermit in reverse coming out, which tells me that there's things that you've probably tried to brush under the rug that are kind of being brought to the highlight now, that you're kind of being forced to work through. The reason why I would have a feeling that for some of you, this could be getting ego in check. And then for the other part of you, this could be forgiveness of self for acts done in the past, forgiveness of other people that you're choosing to keep in your life, that type of thing. So all of that's kind of been brought to the forefront, or is being brought to the forefront further this week. I have Beyond the Veil coming out as well, which is seek awakening and intuition. So again, it's kind of highlighting that aspect that whatever you've been trying to not work through, you're definitely being forced to work through, or it would rather be in your best interest to take the opportunity to work through it. In regards to the ego aspect, I do actually just want to draw, because the King of Wands upright is still a nice energy, but okay, with the Queen of Swords coming out in reverse and Seven of Swords, you know, it's giving self-righteousness, doing good acts for not so good reasons. So for some of you, maybe reflect on that. Why is it that you're choosing to do the things that you are? Is it because it's what you want, what you truly feel, or is it because it's how you want to be perceived? So maybe just reflect on that.
Did you notice?
Yeah, they fell down the other day. Okay. But I took it as a sign because I read that grid, but I didn't connect them. Oh. So Spirit's like that. Okay, Spirit, what do my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? So Pisces, because it is a Virgo new moon coming, and that's your sister sign, I would probably expect the end of this week to be fun for you all. Too many. If they're meant to come out again, they will. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective, please. Thank you. Yeah, and that's kind of being highlighted. So if you're a Pisces rising, Pisces would be what, 7th house, 6th, 7th house, depending on what you're reading. So yeah, if you are a Pisces rising, I would expect definitely some struggles with friendship groups towards the end of the week. Some tiffs, too much time together, that type of thing. Partnerships as well could be a bit on the rocks. But overall, for my Pisces collective, It's feeling like you need to take yourself out of yourself, get out of your head a bit. With the Five of Cups coming out, to me, that's you focusing on something that you wish was better than it was, or you wish the situation had turned out different. And you're honing in on that and not taking into account what it is that you've actually gained. And there is a lot of reference to twos in this. So if you're seeing, I hate angel numbers, but maybe pay attention to the twos if you're into angel numbers, that types of thing. Because each card that's come out takes me back to the two. So Five of Cups takes me back to the Two of Cups. So what is it about the social connections that you have before things got heated or you got sick of each other or whatever? What was it that initially drew you to that person or that emotional endeavor or that passion project? What drew you to that experience in the first place? With the Three of Wands coming out in reverse, it's going back to the planning stage of things as well. What is it that you didn't quite account for, and how can you do it differently this time? With getting stuck on the Four of Cups as well in reverse, to me says that there's an opportunity that you may have feel like you have missed. However, I'm a strong believer of if it was meant to happen, it fucking would have happened. And it's all part of the learning experience, and that may fall into that, how could you have planned things better? So this week is coming back to the planning stage of things for my Pisces collective, getting your shit a bit sorted, a bit, the foundations a bit stronger, than to be able to move into next week. What's on the bottom? The High Priestess of reverse, on reverse. So what that's telling me is that, again, it's that two, another two. However, there needs to be a bit less of thinking and feeling and intuition, and there needs to be more of how can you practically achieve the results that you're wanting. Yeah, because it brings me back to the Magician, and the Magician has everything that he needs to be able to perform his will into reality. So there does need to be that element of dreaminess eliminated, which I know is hard for Pisces, but I dare say that this Virgo new moon is going to highlight where that dreaminess has failed you a little bit. One card, please, Spirit, for Pisces. River of Styx, water, body, and chalice. It's definitely the body aspect that I'm drawn to. Yeah, so rather than being in like that dreamy state, maybe listen to your intuition throughout your body, not just within your mind or within your heart, like the entirety of you, if you do have to listen to your intuition in some way, shape, or form. Okay, Cancer Collective. Spirit, what do my Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars Collective need to know for the week ahead, please? I love that Cancer's cards come out upright. So Cancer, you have the Three of Cups upright as your center energy. And that's brunch with the gals. I fucking love that. I'm also really drawn to the radishes in the card, which is a really obscure thing to be drawn to. But radishes are an offering of Apollo, which obviously Apollo is a god of many things, but like music, prophecy, like truth, disease, health. So he's a jack of all trades kind of guy. And radishes is one of his offerings, one of his more obscure ones. But I'm kind of getting the feeling that my Cancer Collective needs to get out, get into that dancing and music type vibe, yeah? Kind of let loose a little bit. I have the Emperor here on one side, which is that forward action, and like determination. and ruthlessness. And it kind of feels like my Cancer collective has been in that energy for a while. And I love that he's holding a pomegranate. And that's the thing that I'm drawn to. The pomegranate, the act of rebirth. It's time to come out of that emperor of getting shit done and move into the brunch with the gals. Kind of soften that energy a bit to allow things to flow. You don't have to hold on so tight. And then we've got the Page of Swords as well here, which I'm not drawn to the juvenile aspect of the Page of Swords. I'm drawn to the freedom that the Page of Swords brings. You know, when you're like, I don't know, like some of you may have gone to uni, but it's like your first day at uni and you're so nervous, but it feels like you're finally achieving something and that you've got the world at your fingertips and you feel dumb and smart all at the same time, and you feel like you can tackle anything while also simultaneously crumbling. But it's that juvenile aspect of looking at the future and being like, I got this, shit's fucked, and this is unknown territory, but I'm confident in myself to be able to do this. And I feel like this is the energy that Cancer will start to feel towards the end of the week, like coming out of that dogmatic energy and moving into that beautiful, softer energy that allows potential and allows growth, and allows some more fun. Yeah, so I just wanted some clarification, and I have the Ten of Wands coming out in reverse, which tells me that this energy, should you stay in it too much longer, it starts to feel heavy. It starts to feel like a burden, that you're carrying more than what you rightfully should. So to prevent that, you need to pull on your support systems. And if that means hanging out with the gals, if that means feeding into yourself in a different way and allowing that softer energy to grow, then so be it. Suck it. Okay, Spirit, what do my Cancer collective need? Dual wicks, literally. Rest, compassion, and stability. You got to feed into yourself before you burn out, okay? You can't control it. Give yourself permission to be human. Okay. Do you want to do the thingies for the water collective?
No, you can.
Where's the thingy?
It's next to me. Please hold. There you go.
Okay, Spirit. What do Scorpios need? The ancestors are watching. Light the damn candle and get to work. Scorpios. All right, Spirit. What do my Pisces collective need? Money likes direction, not desperation. Try a plan and not panic. That's literally what I said. Am I psychic? Okay, Spirit. What do my Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need for the week ahead, please? Your Saturn return didn't ruin your life. You made the decisions. Own them. See? Time to be softer. You silly crabby bitches.
Okay.
That wasn't personal. That was just me talking to the Cancer.
I was like, when have I never owned my own shit?
No,
But anyway,
I just realised how that would have been taken as me
He
having
looked so directly at me, and I was like, huh? Anyway,
I'm sorry.
like, far out. All right.
I realised I should clarify that.
It was the eye contact, right, Brandy? It was the eye contact. I was like, very, very confused. Anyhow,
That's why I thought I should clarify that it wasn't personal. It was the collective of Cancer as a whole.
Anyhow, okay, so who am I doing? Fire. Fire is up next. Fire. Give me fuel, give me fire, give it. everything I desire. Fire.
Ooh. What was that? I was doing the end of the song.
Oh, fuck. Okay. If that's any
That's the effort of fire this week. Ooh. Like Homer when he's doing boxing training and he punches the fly on the mat and then the fly just flies away as if nothing happened.
Alright, fire signs, please. So we've got Aries, Aries, Leo, and Sag. Okay. Go again. Okay. Fire signs for the week ahead. Jesus. Right? That's a bit better. Okay. Fire signs for the week ahead. Alright. Literally. Explains all of it this week. Alright. Whatever bullshit you're going through, it's not going to be resolved this week because you are being told that you need to start being practical with your planning. Things are ebbing and flowing and you're not liking that energy at the moment because all the shit that's been happening for you, although that's coming to an end, you now are being reminded that you need to get yourself out of this. You can't rely on others. You're going to have to step up to the plate here. Some of you may also find that your pride may be the issue with this as you move through the week. So that's the overall for my fire signs, and I have an itch that I really need to get rid of. Okay, I'm good now. Now we can go to the fire signs. Breakdowns. You're off camera for that.
I know. That's what I did.
Do it again.
No.
Do it again. Do it again.
I was breakdancing because you said breakdowns.
Anyways.
I was super autistic breakdancing.
Literally. This is absolute pandemonium this week. Pandemonium. Alright. We're going to kick off with Aries, please. Aries for the week ahead. What have we got? Alright. Whoop. Stuck on. Okay. Anything more? Now we're doing the wax on, wax off approach. Nope, nothing more. Okay. Aries. For some of the Aries folk, if you're dealing with a Libra this week, just as a heads up, think again. Just leave them the fuck alone. That's all that I'm going to say on that front. Things are going to be feeling quite unbalanced for you, Aries, as a whole. There are issues that are being highlighted for you, some which also include closer circles. I want to say that this is like home matters, or people that you class as family, so to speak. Just know that everything is going to be okay. It's all going to work out in your favor. There are issues that are clouding your judgment and your mind from the past that you're hanging on to and you're bringing forward into this week and this situation. Overall, however, my Aries folk, it's a matter of allowing things to just wash over you. You need to bring more love into the situation. You're sitting there kind of really guarded, and I'm feeling that there's a fair bit of tension in the shoulders as well for my Aries collective. So if you're finding that you're feeling a little bit that way, maybe pull back just a bit so you can actually see with a clear mindset rather than this clouded judgment that you're going through the week with. Okay? Everything will work out for you. No thanks to what? Okay, next up. Yes, Pisces has been done. Okay, next up we have our Leo collective. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars, please. Alright, Leo. Leo, you got my favorite card. I love that for you. Alright. Leo, what you got stuck on was aspects of healing this week. Communication is pretty much in the shitter at the moment. I don't know how else to say it. But you're not. There isn't that two-way communication happening this week for the Leo collective. So it's a matter of really trying to rein that in. It's going to make things feel as though they are quite impossible in terms of you being able to really. When's the full moon? This weekend.
It's new moon.
Sorry, new moon.
It's on Friday, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so this energy is going to stick around probably around that Friday. That's when you're going to have that more of this kind of highlight. So whatever issue is being impacted by communication Friday, Saturday, you can expect that it'll be around that kind of period. Don't allow it to escalate more than it needs to. I feel like this is, rather than it being hot-headed and fiery, this is going to be more of an emotional roller coaster because of this miscommunication. Just remember, we are still in the shadow effects of the Mercury retrograde as well. So you can pretty much just write off any important communication until the end of the month, to be fair. This week, like I said, it's more about that healing aspect for you. So what is it that's triggering, especially with these miscommunications? That might be your starting point to kind of guide you through the week. You're also not in this kind of energy where you want to be vulnerable either, and that's perfectly okay as well. Just kind of write it out. Let it be. Are you right over there?
Yeah.
This is how it feels when I just do the overall and then I have to sit there while you do all the in-depths. I'm like, do. What do I do? What do I do with my hands? So Cancer, Aries, and Leo read as I go to a rodeo in an old town where my dad lives. Eek. Anyways, we're on to Sag. Sagittarius for the week ahead, please. Sag. Sag, take a breather. Very much take a breather. Okay. Sag, you're expecting too much this week. Okay? Pride is being highlighted here for the Sagittarius collective this week. You also may find that you'll start seeing things in your dreams as ways to move forward. So for anybody who does have that aspect of things, you may be looking at intuitive dreaming. Just know that there's nothing that's yet set in stone. Things are ebbing and flowing at the moment. You just need to take a fucking breath. You're being way too prideful with this particular situation this week, and you kind of need to give yourself a bit of an ego check. But overall, you do have luck on your side. It is going to be about forward movement. The challenge for you is really honing in on letting go of the emotional aspect as you work through the week. But that's my Sag in a nutshell. So I'll have a Bale go fund me up soon. Cool.
My turn?
Almost. Yeah. Oh, I've got to do the cards. All right. Please hold. Okay, so Aries up first. Aries, you can't afford that emotional spending spree. Retail therapy isn't a cure, it's a distraction. So that's for the Aries collective. Then we've got the Leo collective. If love feels like chaos, it's not love. It's a trauma bond with nice lighting. That's for the Leo collective. And finally, Sag. Stop ghosting your budget. That's why it keeps haunting you. There you go. Yuri singing the Mario Brothers theme by themselves. Over to you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Hola. Okay. Spirit, what do my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Can't have half the deck.
Is that meant to be for me because it hit me?
One more, please.
Perfect timing, Sammy.
Okay, for my Aquarius collective, I keep hearing dragon's blood. So I don't know if you'll need to do an offering of dragon's blood or to work with dragon's blood as an energy or to do a cleansing, but that's what I'm drawn to thus far for my Aqua collective. Okay, Center energy, Page of Wands. That's a really nice energy to have. It's good news, it's good communication, it's going on an adventure. On one side, I do have the Lovers in reverse, however, which tells me that it tells me a few things. So it could tell me that self-love has gone by the wayside and we need to up that a little bit. It can also tell me that if you are on a quest of love or self-love currently, that you haven't mastered the previous steps prior, which in the case of tarot is the Hierophant energy. So there needs to be an aspect of knowledge gained, like sharing of knowledge gained. There needs to be some type of mastery over something. I need to ask, is this something that currently working on? Yes. So something that you're currently working on is actually preventing you from moving forward in that self-love or quest of love journey. It needs to be finished and mastered first before that will flow more easily. On the other side, because it's actually putting shit out of balance, and it's such a peculiar thing to say, but it is putting things out of balance. So if you're working halfway through doing a ritual or I don't know, something along the lines of that, or learning something, who knows. But it's putting things out of balance and trying to focus on splitting your focus up between what the heart wants and what the mind wants isn't quite working. So you've got to focus on one thing and to be able to move on to the next, if that makes sense. I've got 9 of Wands on the other side, which is support, boundaries, and strength. And there does need to be a focus on this because this was the clarifier for the Mother Star card, which is you unapologetically saying yes. So there does need to be greater support in your sense of boundaries and your sense of self-strength, but also the support that you receive from others. So potentially you need to request more support for some of you. I have Libra of Judgment as the overall ruling energy, which is ruled by Mercury and Saturn. And that card is, again, equating balance, the heart with the mind. So you need to complete the mind before the heart can come, if that makes sense. Such an obscure reading. But very enigmatic for my Aquarius collective. a police interview tomorrow, there you go. If it fits, yeah. It definitely feels like the energy of like something mind orientated needs to be completed first before the rest can flow. Okay, Spirit, what do my... Who's next, Aquarius? Gemini. Okay, Spirit, what do my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? There you go. Isn't that bizarre? Both with like justice, Libra type energy. Okay, Gemini collective. We have 9 of Wands as our Senate energy. Charging ahead, getting shit done. Not necessarily with a solid plan though, but we're still doing the things. On one side, I have the Empress in reverse, which tells me that you're probably trying to create a lot of things all happening at once, and you kind of need to reduce it. Bring it back to what feels intuitively right, what feels like it's right for you to do. Not just doing something because you can, but ultimately this entire week is the Fool's energy. Taking a leap of faith. I really like this fun, exciting, expansive energy for my Gemini collective. Let it flow. But yeah, just make sure that you don't bite off more than you can chew. I'm also drawn to the Wheel of Fortunes on his robe. So it definitely feels like a time of luck is on your side type shit. Red for filth. Okay. That's really powerful to come out of this, and then your overruling card is Morning Shadow, grief, pain, and loss. That's powerful because this could read one of two ways. This could read as this is the energy of the break out of that abyss that you sit in when you have lost something. And it's like you can breathe, and that's why you have all of this energy to be able to do things because you don't want to go back into that abyss. It can also be this energy is almost like I need to distract myself from what it is that I'm truly feeling. So potentially that is why we have the Empress in reverse, because either way, to truly be the Empress, you do need to be comfortable and secure within yourself and within where you are in your life currently. But to be brought back to the High Priestess, there's that inner knowing that not everything is as it seems. So oh no. So if everything's not as it seems, it would explain why the High Priestess is there, the underlying energy of the reading. So make sure that you're not just sweeping things under the rug or waiting for the other shoe to drop. Enjoy the energy for what it really is, but also have grace for yourself because you are still human. Oh no, Brandy. I am sorry. Everyone's getting red to fill. Exactly. Oh no. I'm so sorry. Okay, Spirit. What do my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Libra, interesting energy. So Libra, I have the Lovers upright this time as your center energy, which it tracks. The Lovers is ruled by Gemini, however, but it rules over both the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. And it has Archangel Gabriel ruling over it, and it's both a mental journey as well as a practical and grounding journey. So I love that that's your center energy. However, it also has the undercurrent of putting a whole chest into it and then ghosting. And that's one of the downfalls of Gemini. So like unhealed Gemini, put your whole ass chest into something and then like that, it's gone because you're not into it anymore. And it does feel like this is masked energy for my Libra collective. I want one more card, please, Spirit. Get fucked. Masked energy and the devil comes out. And it's literally, it's the same card. Like the Lovers and the devil is the same card. But it's just the inverse. The inverse. So the inverse of the Lovers is the devil. It's a binding. It's a chain. And it does. The Lovers, this energy is masking for my Libra collective right now. Interesting. So on one side, I have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which can take me back to the Ace of Pentacles. It does tell me that my Libra collective needs to save. But there is this unbalance. Your emotions are ruling you at the moment rather than you being on steady ground. And then on the other side, I have the Five of Wands coming out, which is this competition. It's combating. It's you've spent too much time with certain people and now you fucking hate them. Like, it's not all good. And it's okay to not be okay. I feel like that kind of just sums up my Libra collective right now. It's okay to not be okay. And you don't have to perform for anyone because you're the one that's suffering in this, not other people. It's you. It's your reflection in the mirror that suffers. And I have Nature Awoken, Subconscious Secrets and Shadows. And this is getting to know your darkness. So I love that there's that balance of light with the balance of dark. It's you getting to know the depths of yourself, not just the superficial levels. You do need to delve deep and you can't mask forever. It will catch up, and it is. It really is. So for my Libra collective, I do want to give you some advice for the week because that's a pretty brutal reading to get. Okay, some general advice, please, Spirit, for my Libra collective navigating this week. We have the Lovers coming out. We have the Ace of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles came out in reverse before. So this time, advice, the High Priestess has to be the ruling energy. And she is that ruling over the light and the dark. She sits happily in the grey. So you do need to discover all aspects of yourself. Trust your gut. The Ace of Pentacles tells me that maybe it's a time to invest in something exciting or new, to kind of spark this journey in a safe way. That could even be doing like therapy or something like that, or art therapy or music therapy or something like that. Something to invest in your mental health and your own personal well-being as a whole. And then the Lover's coming out in the end, but this time the energy coming off it, it doesn't feel unbalanced. It feels how it should be. It feels like it's not a mask. It is that duality of darkness and light coming together and just existing. So yeah, I think should you invest in that time spent to discover the depths of yourself and not just be within that wholly good, wholly dark, but realize that you are a spectrum and somewhere you sit in your perfect state in the middle somewhere. Sometimes it may be shit, sometimes it may be good. But ultimately, yeah, it does look like a positive journey towards the end of it, should you take the time to invest in some form of like therapy like that. But I hope that makes sense, my Libra collective. And I will give you your roasts.
The side button, that one.
Okay, Spirit, what do my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know? So, Aquarius, you got astrology is guidance, not gospel. You still have free will, dumbass. I'm taking the dog, dumbass. Okay, Spirit, what do my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? You're not stuck, you're scared. Name the fear, then punch it in the throat, metaphorically. That's such a... The fact that Morning Shadow came out for my Gemini collective, and you're going on this like new adventure, but there is that undercurrent of what was lost. So yeah. Okay, Spirit, what do my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective need to know for the week ahead, please? Your rising sign didn't ghost your responsibilities. That was all you, babes. So you're your responsibility. Okay, Libra? You let shit slip with yourself. So time to support yourself.
That sums up the weeklies.
It does.
So, thanks. Whoop. Puzzle piece. Yeah, that sums up the weeklies. Thanks for joining us. If anybody feels personally attacked by Euryale, please raise your hands.
Did I personally attack you?
When you looked at me for the card. If you did miss any of your signs, they will be uploaded on the Tubes of You. So just keep an eye out for that as well.
That Aquarius reading was intense. And so was that Libra one.
Look, everybody's raising their hands.
Right?
Everybody's always personally attacked by you.
Oh my gosh. Aquarius having to, what was it? Sort your mind out first before love comes in. What the fuck? And then Libra, go to therapy. And then Gemini, what are you masking? You're all fucked. I say humbly as an Aquarius rising.
Yep.
Did that answer? I know you wanted a reading though today, B. Did that answer your reading by chance?
You got the comfy cushion. I got the crap.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It was fucking brutal.
Never, Danny.
Probably not.
Never.
Aries stink.
You'll never wipe your own ass, and
it comes out your mouth.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Literally. So this one's just aimed at Danny because I felt like it. Your inner child deserves more than your excuses. Shut show up, reparent, and repeat. Maybe then you'll learn how to wipe your own ass.
I'm sorry. Luke and Hectic. I don't consider you guys Aries, though.
I was like, no, I'll have a little fun with this one. I don't know, some would say we're psychic.
Front to back, people, front to back.
Right? Oh, I forgot that I was on there and I'm like, oh, why does it say that it's paused? Because I've turned my screen off. That's why.
I take it back for you, Hectic, and for Luke.
Not Aries, but Aries.
Not all Aries.
Yep. If you don't know how to wipe, invest in a bidet.
Right.
Famous last words. Anyhow, on that note, thank you very much for joining us for the weeklies. Like I was saying, if you've missed it, you can catch it on the Tubes of You. I'll try and get it uploaded tonight if Yuri will download it for me. Otherwise, it'll be done tomorrow at some stage.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, see you. Bye.
Bye.